Pretty cool new product out, guys. This is called the Westbreeze packing cube system. And I'm gonna show you how we can turn these guys into a portable modular wardrobe like this. So in this review, I'm gonna kind of break this whole system apart, let you know if it's a gimmick or if it's actually worth the investment. And if at any point in this review you're going to make a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description, as that link makes sure you get the best price and gets you access to any discount codes that we might have. So let me lay this out for you. Westbreeze is a new company run by a gentleman named Simone, who I've gotten to know over the past few months. Really cool Italian dude. And this has been his dream system for a while. And when he showed it to me in Vietnam, I'm like, dude, like that's pretty awesome. Like, let me showcase this to the Nomads Nation community. And in essence, you've got multiple packing cubes and a laundry bag. That's all fine and dandy, but the real selling point is the ability to take these packing cubes, use the hook on the primary cube to hang, use the Woojin clips to then connect the system, which then transforms it into your portable modular wardrobe. And what I like about this set is that it's feature heavy as to where it's interesting and unique and bringing something fresh to the table, but not done in a way that's overkill. We really just have the packing cubes themselves, which have different means of organization. I'll show you how that works in a second. The magnetic attachment points, which is interestingly done on the front and on the back for the third packing cube. I'll show you how that works in a second. Each packing cube also has its own compression. So you got packing cubes, you've got compressible packing cubes, which are some of the more popular ones, think from like Peak Design. But then the modular connection allows you to, really, it's for someone who's very organized, let's be honest. Because for a lot of y'all out there, like getting to your destination and clipping these together and hanging it up and being all organized and crap, that sounds like a nightmare. But if you're still watching this, then you're probably like, actually, that doesn't sound like a nightmare. That sounds like a dream come true. This is the travel system I've been needing. So let me run you through some of the details. This is the primary packing cube. I like the fabrics. This is a super durable Ripstop nylon. You got a handle on the top, which makes it easier to grab the packing cubes and pull them out of your bag. Lash points, and then the back magnets, which I'll explain how that works in just a second. And then you got the compression right here. And compression on packing cubes is always great because it really allows you to maximize space. As to where I've got this loaded out with a bunch of shorts, a big old hoodie, underwear, socks, and I could throw actually a big old jacket in there as well. And you can see all that is closing, getting a little tight, but then the compression system allows you to pack even more for those times when you need it. And the packing cube size, very smartly designed. We've got a width of around 12 inches, which is really the typical width that you'll see in a backpack, whether it's in 20 liter EDC up into like a 30 plus liter. So you can see right here, we've got the Bellroy expandable travel backpack that just got released, which has a width of around 13-ish inches. And whether it's this bag or really any other bag from like 20 to 35 plus liters is gonna fit. And even on a larger bag, you actually have extra space. For the primary packing cube, they call this the Quick Trip. It has the hook, very sturdy hook. It can be removed. And it has a nice spinner system, which is great because this is sort of gonna be the make or break for some of you out there, is in what capacity are you gonna be able to actually hang this thing? Now, I think that people travel in different ways, right? And if you're an avid hotel traveler, for instance, you know that you're probably gonna wanna stick this on like the shower, right? Because it's got usually like a glass shower and you just pop that onto the corner. For hostel travelers, a lot of those bed frames, they're made with like metal. So you go ahead and click it onto there. And if you use an Airbnb, there's probably some place around the house that a basic hook can just go ahead and clip onto. In terms of organization, I really like how this thing is laid out. A lot of packing cubes is just like a big old cube and it's like, throw stuff in here. But Westbreeze said, no, we have a system. You got a sock compartment, underwear compartment, and then you got this really cool divider right here, which gives you sort of clamshell style access. Clamshell, we'll go with that. But also, because it can close like this, it A, helps keep everything solidified and in position when it's being hung, but while still giving you, quicker access to grab the things that you need. Then you can take the system the next step further where you attach the large packing cube to the bottom, which has a different organizational structure. We have the same sort of like, for lack of a better word, clamshell, zippered opening here at the top, but then you have a zippered mesh pocket at the bottom. And then if you really want to take the modular ecosystem to the next level, you can connect the small packing cube to the back of the primary. Then you've got access from the front and the back. I'll be honest, I'm not sure about the third component. We're really adding bulkiness and complexity. For some of you out there, I understand that it'll work. For me though, I think that the two is kind of awesome in itself. As we're getting the best of all worlds, you got the compression, you got the packing cube, it all clips together. And if you want to add on the laundry bag, you can as well. It can clip to it. Again, this is all about modularity. You build the system your way. And what I like about the laundry bag is it is in fact compressible. You can roll it on up, kind of like you see with like a dive bag, like a roll top. Clip it into place so when this bag is actually full with laundry, it takes up less space. And for a bit more organization, you've got a sleeve right here in the back. Now testing the capacity, you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 t-shirts and a pair of shorts and a pair of pants. Just using the primary packing cube, which I could just get value out of by itself. Like, I mean, just this for like my short little weekend trip guy, it's a lot more manageable in a lot of ways. And you can see we can go ahead and put 1 shirt, 2, 3, 4. So we got 5 just in this back row. And then we can go ahead and add a second line and shirt number 7. So you can see we got 7 shirts in there, plenty of room to play with. We could easily put a few more in there. But instead we'll do the shorts and the pants. Now for a weekend trip for me, that's just way too many shirts. But again, we're just trying to showcase the capacity. We've got 9 hours of clothing in there. And they're all fitting pretty well. If you want to really maximize that space, you can unzip, shove some stuff in there, and then zip it in. I'm not gonna lie, it's cool to see this kind of innovation being brought to the packing cube game. Loaded up with the socks and the underwear, and you can see like this packing cube is beefy, dude. Like, I don't know, I'm a bit of a minimalist traveler, but like this is good for me for a week, and then some. And we haven't even utilized the expansion yet, which we've just opened up, and that gives you even more space in this main cavity. So wrapping this up, let's just talk about the overall pros and cons in packing cubes in general. The gist is that the packing cube niche hasn't seen a lot of innovation recently. Obviously, Peak Design has been really innovative with their packing cubes and their compression. And I've seen like Standard Luggage do a cool modular system like this, but it was basic. So for all these sort of feature sets to be fused into one, really giving you some bang for your buck with your packing cubes, made with high quality materials, is really cool to see. I think that it's gonna be a little too nerdy and organizational for a lot of travelers out there. Like, take my wife, for instance, like she's just like throw shit in her bag and like that's it. Like she's not gonna use something like this. But if you do pride yourself on being an organized person and like everything tidy and to have a place, a system like this is pretty darn cool. All right, so we just took the camera off of the overhead, what's that, Margaret? Like a tripod? What is this referred to as? Whatever it is, and we're gonna pop this on so you can see how it works. Clip, on, kaboom. Now obviously if it's just free hanging, you might get some, you know, ballerina twisty turvy action, but normally this probably be against a wall, right? And you can see it just gives you that quick access. And I think it's a visual thing too. It's just like seeing like what you put where. You don't have to like go down either, because I'm lazy. I don't wanna, you know, reach down sometimes. Like it's all there, easy to see, easy to access. Today I will wear you, and everything else. Waiting for later. All right, testing now the modular component. Loaded this cube up with some extra clothes, Woojin clips, always for the win. That's nice, oh yeah. Clips are strong, the system is engaged. Again, I'm not sure about the effectiveness of the backside as well. When this one's packed out, we might have a lot of bulk going on, but you know, if you're traveling a lot, you're packing a lot, you got the clothes, you might as well hang it up. This thing's definitely not gonna break on you. All right, pros and cons real fast. Pro number 1, obviously, super innovative. Pro number 2 is just the modularity and how you can customize within that. And pro number 3 is that these packing cubes are using really high quality materials. But on the con side, you know, with this innovation, the materials, you gotta pay for it. They're not the cheapest packing cubes. Con number 2 is I think that it might just be a little overkill for some of y'all out there. And con number 3, still not 100% sure about the double system here on the back. I'm sure it works fine. It might be too bulky and just extra for my needs. I think the 1 or the 1-2 packing cubes, that's definitely the way to go. And just a reminder, if you're thinking to yourself, dude, this is awesome. This is what I need in my travel life. And you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description below, as that makes sure you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's what they'll be. But if you're not quite sold on the Westbreeze modular system and you want to see what other packing cubes are out there on the market, I highly recommend watching this video where we break down some of the better packing cubes that we've tested over the years. Westbreeze will definitely be on next year's list, but if you're in the market for some packing cubes, it's definitely worth a watch. Thank you so much for checking this out today. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.